Hi folks, Vegan Mark here. If you've watched my earlier video, and I'll put a link to it on the screen for you, if you've watched my earlier video about my weight loss, you'll know that I've lost 56 pounds in body weight, which equate in English or British terminology, that equates to 4 stone. I've done that by using excuse me, the McDougall starch solution lifestyle. I've become a vegan. I've cut out saturated fats, I've cut out salt, cut out oil. Obviously as a vegan, no animal products whatsoever. I'm exercising regularly, and I've been learning a lot, watching a lot of YouTube videos of fitness people, and I've been learning a hell of a lot about what it takes not just to lose weight, but to keep that weight off, because keeping the weight off is really the key. Anybody can spend a month eating healthily and exercising and lose weight, but it's what you do after that month to keep the weight off that's really important. But I've learned, the one thing that I have really learned about myself and also about other people is the biggest mistake that most people make when trying to lose weight is that they don't take responsibility, full responsibility, for what they eat and what they drink and the level of movement, the level of exercise of their bodies. And what I mean by this is, a couple of years ago, before I became much more involved in the whole sort of starch solution lifestyle and got very serious about losing weight, I was exercising, I was eating relatively healthy, but I spent a lot of time blaming other people for the fact that I was overweight, rather than looking at myself and saying what I eat and what I drink and the level of exercise that I do is 100% my responsibility. I would complain and blame other people. I would, blame food companies. Why do food companies put so much fat in their products? It's their fault that I'm fat. Why is there so many calories in alcohol? It's the food, the beverage company's fault for making me fat, because if they didn't put so much fat in their alcohol, I wouldn't get fat. I see a lot of people talking about McDonald's and Domino's and Burger King, and whilst I hate those companies because their food does contain a huge amount of fat, McDonald's doesn't actually make you fat, okay? If you choose to eat McDonald's and Domino's pizza, and if you choose to eat lots of takeaways with lots of saturated fat, then you'll get fat. But that's not the fault of the company that's making that product that you're eating. It's your fault. You are responsible for what you eat and what you drink and the exercise that you do. Now, obviously, there are some people who have a disability or an illness that makes them overweight, and no matter what they eat or drink or how much exercise they do, that doesn't change. I'm thinking, for example, somebody who has a thyroid problem who struggles. But for the vast majority of us, unless you have an illness or a disability, and unless you are being, strapped into a chair and force fed, the vast majority of us, we choose what we eat, we choose what we drink, we choose the amount of physical movement that our bodies do. And you have to take responsibility. If you want to lose weight and get fit, you have to understand that if you choose what you eat, drink and what you do with your body, then your weight and your body and your health is 100% your responsibility. McDonald's or Domino's or the Indian takeaway that you get your Indian food from 3 times a week, they are not the reason that you're fat. I hate McDonald's, but I would always say that McDonald's don't make people fat. It's you. If you choose to eat McDonald's food regularly, you'll get fat. If you choose not to, if you choose healthy food, if you choose healthy beverages, if you choose to move your body, you'll lose fat and you'll lose weight, and that's your responsibility. You know, if you put a massive, huge, great big Domino's pepperoni passion pizza in front of you, that pizza is full of fat. But the thing is, that pizza doesn't have any fat in it whatsoever if you choose not to eat it. You know, fatty food has no fat if you choose not to consume it. So that, I think personally, is the biggest mistake that the majority of us who are trying to get fit and healthy make, is that we blame other people, we blame food companies, we blame, you know, I've heard people on the television blaming the government for them being overweight because the government allows food companies to advertise and the government isn't doing enough to promote healthy eating. Well, you know, I loathe and detest the British government that we have, and I hate sitting here having to defend the government because I think the government are disgusting, but the British government or the government of your country, wherever you live, is not the reason why you're overweight, okay? You are the reason that you're overweight. I was the reason that I was overweight. Nobody else was responsible for my weight. Nobody else was responsible for me choosing to eat takeaways 3 times a week. Nobody was responsible for me ordering a massive Domino's pizza and eating the whole thing on my own with, you know, a can of Coke and some garlic bread and some ice cream afterwards, okay? That was my responsibility. I now realise that, and I have to say, my weight loss and my increased health accelerated massively on the day that I actually realised that I am 100% responsible for everything that I eat and everything that I drink, and if I choose to exercise. If I choose this evening to not go for a run, which is what I'm planning to do, that's okay. If I choose not to do it, that's okay. But you have to understand that it was your choice not to do it. If I choose to go to a coffee shop this afternoon and have a coffee and a cake or a vegan donut or vegan carrot cake, and that coffee has got a lot of fat in it and the cake has got a lot of fat in it, well, you know, it's not okay if you're trying to lose weight, but at the end of the day, that's my choice. If I choose not to eat it, it's my choice. Okay? If I choose to consume fat, then I understand, and you have to understand, that that was your choice. You didn't consume fat because an advertising company told you to. You didn't consume fat because you ate a pizza and it's the pizza company's fault that they put fat in their pizza. You consume fat, or you don't consume fat, based purely on your own choice. So that's the biggest mistake that I was making, and it's the biggest mistake that you or anyone else will make when trying to lose weight. The mistake of not understanding that you are responsible for what you eat, for what you drink, and for your physical movement. So if you're someone who has spent a long time, many years, trying to lose weight and not managed it, just sit down and have a quiet moment to yourself and think to yourself, do I take responsibility for what I eat? When I had breakfast this morning, I had a choice between a bowl of oats with some fruit or a fried breakfast. Which did I choose? Did I choose the oats and the fruit, healthy? Did I choose the fried breakfast? Whatever you chose in that situation, just understand that you chose it. It was your responsibility. It was your decision. And if you want to lose weight, I've lost 56 pounds, 4 stone. If you want to lose weight, losing weight becomes much easier when you understand that you alone are completely responsible for the weight of your body. As I said, if you're somebody who chooses what you eat, drink, and chooses the movement of your body, that's your responsibility, and nobody else's. So take the responsibility. Say to yourself, you know, every time you go to make a meal, say to yourself, what am I eating? I am choosing to eat this. If it's got a lot of fat in it, then understand that you are choosing to eat that fat, and understand that what you eat today, you wear tomorrow. If you eat fat today, you'll be fatter tomorrow. If you eat healthy food today, you'll be healthier tomorrow. But understand absolutely 100% that what you eat and drink is completely your choice. So what if you turn the television on and Pizza Hut are advertising a gorgeous looking pizza? It doesn't matter. If you choose not to eat that pizza contains no fat. And therefore your body will not be consuming that fat. So take the choice. Make your choices. Take responsibility. The very moment that you take personal responsibility for everything that you eat, you drink, and for every second that you are moving your body, I promise you that if you make healthy choices and understand that those are your choices, your weight will drop quickly. Your fat percentage of your body will drop quickly. Mine has. I spent years trying to lose weight whilst at the same time eating fatty food and making excuses. I had a Domino's pizza tonight, not because I chose to, but because I saw an advert on TV and they gave me, you know, buy one pizza get one free, so I had to have pizza because it was cheap. It's not true. It's your responsibility. Take responsibility for everything you eat and drink, and you will lose weight. Okay? So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please leave any comments, and I appreciate the fact that you've taken your time to watch. Thank you so much. Bye bye. I've done that by using excuse me, the McDougall starch solution lifestyle. I've become a vegan. I've cut out saturated fats, I've cut out salt, cut out oil. Obviously as a vegan, no animal products whatsoever. And I'm exercising regularly, and I've been learning a lot, watching a lot of YouTube videos of fitness people, and I've been learning a hell of a lot about what it takes not just to lose weight, but to keep that weight off, because keeping the weight off is really the key. Anybody can spend a month eating healthily and exercising and lose weight, but it's what you do after that month to keep the weight off that's really important. Hi folks, Vegan Mark here. If you've watched my earlier video, and I'll put a link to it on the screen for you, if you've watched my earlier video about my weight loss, you'll know that I've lost 56 pounds in body weight, which equate in English or British terminology, that equates to 4 stone. What I mean by this is, a couple of years ago, before I became much more involved in the whole sort of starch solution lifestyle and got very serious about losing weight, I was exercising, I was eating relatively healthy, but I spent a lot of time blaming other people for the fact that I was overweight, but I've learned the one thing that I have really learned about myself and also about other people is the biggest mistake that most people make when trying to lose weight is that they don't take responsibility, full responsibility, for what they eat and what they drink and the level of movement, the level of exercise of their body.